It's not a secret that Tier A passport comes with a price tag, and that price tag comes in different forms, sometimes in terms of investment, sometimes in terms of taxes. In recent years, it has been increasingly hard to lay your hands on such passport. And in today's episode, we will discuss some of the most luxurious passports that you can get without drastically increasing your tax bill. Hi, I'm Jovana from Nomad Capitalist, where we help 7- and 8-figure entrepreneurs and families achieve their freedom and go where they are treated the best. And sometimes that includes obtaining some very high-end passport. And this is exactly what we're going to discuss in today's episode. So I will be sharing our experience with getting some of the most luxurious passports that exist out there. The first one is one very well known, the only passport that you can acquire by directly giving a donation to your country through citizenship by investment route. That is Maltese Passport. As we said, it comes with a price tag. In this case, the price tag is manifested as a donation. So with the sunk cost of around $1 million, you can get a Maltese and consequentially a European Union citizenship for 18 months. Obviously, there is a slightly cheaper option where you can get it in 36 months. What we always advise our clients is that faster option is the better, because the difference in fees is not super high. But what is the more important thing is that Maltese Citizenship by Investment program is always under pressure of European Union, so it might go away any moment. And you definitely do not want to donate and invest such a large amount of money, spend time living there, get a property, and not have that passport after 36 months. So if you're thinking between those two options, we will definitely advise going with 18 months route. Again, fees are slightly higher, donation amount is higher, but it's better to have that passport sooner than later. So the next passport is Swiss passport. This is one of the greatest passports, and you can get it if you spend 10 years in Switzerland. So in one of our previous videos, we spoke about how you can utilize their lump sum taxes and live in Switzerland with really low taxes. So whether you're going as a European Union citizen or as a non-EU citizen, you can definitely spend next 10 years in Switzerland, work towards that passport with paying lower taxes. Unlike Maltese Passport, in order to get this one, besides spending 10 years in Switzerland, obviously living there, adding cost of living there, you will also need to demonstrate the knowledge of a Swiss language, depending on which canton you choose to live. You need to demonstrate that you have been integrated into Swiss lifestyle, so that you have gym membership, club membership, friends there, kids are going to school, library, favorite restaurant and things like that. That you have in the previous 10 years been in compliance to Swiss law, and that you do not possess any threats to Switzerland, and that you haven't spent the last 3 years before applying for citizenship on a social welfare. So they do not want to give citizenship to people that actually are on this social welfare, so that might not necessarily have much money. So that is one of very important aspects of this citizenship. Again, it's a great passport to have. Obviously, it does take a lot of time to get it, but if Switzerland is one of the countries where you're really interested to live in, check our previous videos about how you can live there with significantly reducing your tax bill. Next country I want to mention is Austria. So Austria has a couple options to get their Austrian citizenship. One of that is acquiring citizenship by descent. Definitely something that everyone who has Austrian-Hungarian descent should pursue. Then there is a naturalization by living there. But in both of those cases, you will need to renounce your existing citizenship. However, there is a third option under which you won't be required to renounce your previous citizenship, and that's something that is colloquially called citizenship by merit or citizenship by exception, where if you do some exceptional thing for the country, they're willing to grant you citizenship. So Austrian president will grant you citizenship if you made significant economical contribution or charitable contribution in the country, if you are an athlete that is participating in Austrian team sport, if you are, an important figure and a figure that promotes Austria in the world. So basically, through this way, so to merit, you can get citizenship in a relatively short period of time, obviously under the condition that you actually made those investments and you achieve certain things, and you won't be required to renounce your previous citizenship. And just to give you kind of a reference base, what is the price tag on this citizenship? It starts pretty much anywhere from 2 million euros if you are looking to invest in the country. This is a very case-by-case basis, so 2 million euros definitely might not be enough for you to get it. They might want to see more requirements. Governments also usually have those lists of more favorable industries, so industries that they want to promote further. So obviously, if you want to achieve that and you actually want to invest in the country, maybe it is good to look for those industries. If this kind of opportunity sounds exciting to you, you would like something unusual and to achieve it through unusual ways, our team has plenty of experience in this kind of cases, so make sure that you contact us. Similar case as Austria is also Slovenia, Slovakia. Those countries also offer citizenship by exception or citizenship by merit. In most of the cases, they impose higher price tag. So Slovenia wants to see investment in a green energy. Slovakia has some really absurd rule of investing more than 20 million in a country. So unless you actually want to make an investment in a country, that's just not worth it by any means. A couple other European countries also do have those citizenship by exception rules, and the most important thing about those rules is that they are really case-by-case basis. There are no general rules that can apply. Obviously, you can look into previous cases and make certain conclusions, but really you need to be handheld by someone who did that previously. And a good thing is that most of the cases, you don't have to renounce your previous citizenship. One of the most attractive passports in the world as of now is Singapore Passport. You might have heard that it is very well rated. It is one of the passports that gives you visa-free access to most of the countries in the world. But this passport is becoming increasingly hard to get. So the general rule is that you have to have a permanent residence 2 years before you apply for citizenship. They have just recently increased investment amount required for permanent residence. So now it is close to $3 million. So that is just for a permanent residence. Then you need to spend 2 more years and get a citizenship. And even that is really on a long stick. We haven't seen many cases in general getting Singaporean citizenship just by spending 2 years there. So it will usually take more time. It's probably closer to 5 years. And in very rare occasions, it will be granted. Also, if you're going through this route, again, citizenship is not guaranteed. It's very hard to get it. And if you manage to get it, you will need to renounce your previous citizenship, which, with all the honesty, it's usually not a big deal because there are rarely any passport is better than Singaporean at this moment. However, there is also one other option where if you get Singaporean passport, you do not have to renounce your previous passport. Same case as in Austria, you need to make something extraordinary for the country. So it's a merit-based system. And in the past, only people that kind of government likes, some famous artists or famous investor really got it. So this is really hard. The rules are not that specific, what you need to do to get it. And obviously, if you need to make an investment, it will be more than $10 million in Singapore. And last but not least is the UAE. This passport holds a #1 position on our annual passport index that was published in March 1st. And the reason really is because they got so many countries in the last decade. They're one of the best passports that exist in terms of visa-free and visa-on-arrival access. But what they also did last year is that they have changed their citizenship law, now allowing foreigners to obtain UAE passport. It is only possible in some kind of exceptional circumstances, and what they want to see is really someone either investing in the country or promoting country. So some famous investors got that citizenship, but it also included a group of skilled workers that can obtain such passport, and that includes doctors, scientists, individuals with some creative talents, which is actually really nice. It is yet to see how many of those cases they will actually pursue. So as of now, it's possible, but previous records shows that only very famous people and very big investors in the country got that passport. We haven't seen many, doctors and scientists getting that. So it's still to be seen how many of them will get it. But still, if you can lay your hands on this passport, it would be an amazing addition to your passport portfolio. While some passports might be luxurious, the path to obtaining them is really full of pitfalls, and there are so many things that can go downside. So if you're interested in any of these options or many other options, make sure that you visit nomadcapitalist.com/apply and apply to work with our team who can guide you through obtaining those passports.